Hello and welcome. This is a brief recap review of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of the new Season 2 of Stranger Things. I'll do a quick review on the shows as I watch them, probably 2 or 3 chapters a day, then do some theories and in-depth review when I have completed the entire season. So going forward with this video, this now will contain spoilers if you've not watched the episodes so far. So already, just watching the first 2 episodes, I'm far from disappointed. Again, the Duffer Brothers have combined the retro environment, the music, the trends of the 80s, merged with a story that on one side, on the surface, can be very light-hearted and funny, until the next scene where you're sitting on the edge of your seat, very uneasy, with a sense of impending doom. So great pacing and top-notch acting. So far we've had a fair amount of new characters introduced to us. So firstly, let's talk about Max and Billy. Both these characters are bringing a new dynamic to the show. Both are from what would seem to be a troubled family. Max is unwittingly driving a wedge in the friendship of Lucas, Mike, Dustin, and Will. Billy, on the other hand, seems like he will be driving a wedge between Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan more directly. Let's talk about Dr. Owen. So he is the friendly replacement for Dr. Martin Brenner at the main facility, the test facility. We have a new character as well, which is Bob. So he is the new partner of Joyce Byers. We saw quite a lot of him. We also see a scene with a private investigator who will be playing more of a part as the show goes on. From the trailers we saw previously, he wasn't much in these first few chapters, but he does play more of a part in the future. We also get an introduction to another character who has been a test subject previously. So we see number 8. The intro scene with her involved with their robbery was a great way to start the season. Using her ability to help them escape was really unexpected also. So a different ability also than 11. It seems that 8 has more of a mind control ability instead of telekinesis, which does tie back to the conspiracies around the Montauk test facility and MK Ultra. Anyway, those are topics for theories videos. So I think my standout scene from these new characters was probably Dr. Owens or Paul Reiser. And that scene with him and Joyce Byers could have been directly out of Aliens. I could just picture him saying to Ripley, "We're the good guys, Ripley. I'm on your side, trust me. Wayland Yutani is here to help." But it was really funny. I did like it. So all in all, a great selection of new characters to join the show. So now let's just recap on, I guess, the important parts of the story arcs so far with Chapter 1 and 2. So we see 11 has returned from the Upside Down, and almost immediately as well. After dispatching the Demogorgon, she seemed to work her way back very quickly. It was also very interesting to see the events unfold after the last season, how it all unfolded for her, and how Hopper has now found her and is keeping her safe in the cabin. So the mysterious cabin that we've seen quite a few in the trailers has now been revealed. So it's Hopper and 11's safe house. So we also see Will and Mike still really struggling with the events of last year. So we see Will with those flashbacks, Mike struggling with the loss of 11. We also see the Upside Down starting to really poison Hawkins, so the crops, the pumpkins, and even affects the forest and the trees. So that's really spreading its tentacles, and that is a representation of what Will often sees, I believe, with that the shadow creature, its tentacles kind of spreading out. It's a very, a big metaphor for what's going to occur, I believe. So we also see Halloween, the events unfold there. So we see Max slowly joining the team in many awkward scenes, which were very comical, and we also have Nancy and Steve. So these 2 characters are really struggling with the past as well, the same as Will and Mike are. We have a few intriguing scenes with Nancy and Steve where they're talking about the loss of Barb and trying to deal with holding stuff secret from Barb's parents, because we see that they're in not good shape either. So we even have a flashback as well, which gives a bit of clarity to the kind of cleanup crew that occurred at the end of season 1. So we have the cleanup crew debriefing all the people involved with 11 and the Upside Down, saying it's government policy, it's security, it was all Russian spies, you know. And at this point in time as well, it's the 80s, so you could argue the Cold War is still in full effect, and it's a good cover story. It makes sense. Both these chapters so far, very enjoyable. I'm really struggling to wait until tomorrow to watch any more episodes, but I must resist and pace myself for at least 2 or 3 days worth of shows, so I'm trying. So I shall leave this recap review here. Let me know, have you started watching the show yet? How have you found it so far? If you are, subscribe for future reviews on the next few chapters and in-depth reviews and theories when I finish the season in the next few days. So if you're into crazy conspiracies, we will delve into those here. But for now, please thumbs up if you like this content, share the video, and once again, subscribe if you want to climb into the crazy Stranger Things theory train when we get there, or you just want to follow some more recap reviews from myself here. So until next time, this is Mish, and I shall see you later.